I'm Jess, and today we are doing another Would You Rather. This time it is Marvel Edition.
Woo, which is never gonna go out of style or not be popular.
I think I made like 9 or 10 out of the entire MCU.
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
We would be here for days if we were doing all the Would You Rathers.
Yes.
Alright. I don't know what order these are, but they're in some order. Alright, oh, speaking of the Disney Plus shows, would you rather have Phil Coulson from the Avengers and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Mobius from the Loki show as your surrogate father figure?
Well, all I'm thinking is, yeah, so I have to go with Mobius just because, say it. Like, I'll be doing things to try to impress him to make him say wow.
How about, I don't know if you can do this on a Would You Rather, it's my own thing.
Yeah, it's your thing. You make the
I
rules.
make the rules here. I will take Mobius as my surrogate father figure if he says wow in season 2. If not, I'm sorry, it's Phil Coulson, because Tahiti is a magical place.
Like, picture this. I'm a little orphan, right? I'm a little orphan in an orphanage, and Mobius comes in, and he's like, I'd like to adopt that one, and I'll be like, no. And they're like, he's trying to give you a home, and I'm like, I will not go home with this man until he says wow.
That's how we judge our father figures, how well they say wow. Alright, would you rather fight the Grand Master or Thanos?
I just would love to fight Thanos. Like, I'm not even thinking I'd win. I just want to just, like, punch him. Like,
honestly, like, the Grand Master has so much power, and Thanos, if he didn't have all of the stones, looks rather squishy.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty easy to beat up without the stones.
Yeah, if I just, like, snuck in, ripped one stone out of his gauntlet, and then kicked him. Yeah, really. Like, really, honestly, they had that whole big fight. I feel like maybe the problem would have been solved by, like, a rocket launcher to the head.
Yeah. I think maybe Thanos would, like, underestimate me. He'd be like, oh, you're so little, and I would just, like, Super Smash!
Anywho, I don't know why I asked this question, not technically Would You Rather, but I already know your answer. Okay. But, what specific Marvel world/time would you want to live in? But that's basically like SpiderMan takes place now, and then Thor takes place on Asgard, and then like Captain America takes place in the 1940s.
But it also goes into modern.
It does go into modern, but you could be like part of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the time of Agent Carter.
I would like to fight Nazis.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Just like punch them in the face with super strength.
Yeah. I'd say either then or Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
Or like the earlier 2000s Spider-Man.
With the...
Yes. We're great dancers. Yeah.
We are exactly doing what you did.
Yeah.
Like, you can't blame us for that.
I feel like you want to be on Asgard.
I kind of do, but it's not technically Avengers, but it is Marvel, hang out with the X-Men. Like, kind of like in the 80s X-Men.
Alright.
Would you rather have the Iron Man suit or Mjolnir?
I want to fly, but then
you can fly with both.
Yeah, cause
Yeah, you can fly with.
I don't want to rely on the suit to fly too.
Yeah.
Kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I know it's well built.
We're not questioning Tony Stark.
I'm not.
God forbid.
But I do want a hammer.
I know. What, like, Mjolnir would probably be my choice, just because I want to go like, oh, you think so? Boom! Just like whack-a-mole. Like, and also it gives you lightning powers. I'm pretty sure that comes with the package.
This also made me think of an interview where they asked like a few of the different Marvel actors besides, well, I think they did ask Chris Hemsworth too, what the hammer's name was, and some of them were just like they didn't know how to pronounce it, or they were just like came up with a name kind of close and not close to it, and Paul Rudd goes Jonathan.
Jonathan. I like in the Thor movie that Darcy called it Meow Meow.
Meow meow.
Meow Meow. Perfect. That's its true name. Darcy is worthy of the power of Thor.
She's
Alright. Oh, this is gonna possibly break you.
Oh no.
Would you rather spend a day with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland Spider-Man? She broke the desk!
It broke me, I broke the
entire
desk. The thing is, I haven't even seen the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
It's probably tonight.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I know a lot about them. And I just like Andrew Garfield. But I know it's Peter Parker, it's not Andrew Garfield, but I feel like I'm gonna like his Peter Parker.
I think you will.
I don't think I'd be able to spend a day with Tobey Maguire. I love
because
Tobey
he
Maguire.
might go insane
Yeah.
and start dancing.
Yeah, and just like, also just like, I don't know. I think we'd annoy each other.
Yeah, possibly.
And like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, like we would build like Death Star Legos together and it'd be fun, but then he'd like start crying. And I would start crying. We'd just be crying. I just want to spend the day with Andrew Garfield.
Fair. I would have to go Tom Holland simply because his school looks awesome. Him and Ned are pretty much exactly like the people I spent high school with. And could you imagine just sassing with MJ back and forth? Just kind of roasting Peter all day.
That was the thing. Like, he has a really fun crew.
Yes. And, like, yeah, Tobey Maguire's didn't really have a fun crew. There was just a kind of.
It was Harry and MJ.
Who, like, hated him after the second movie.
And I was, like, I don't know. That's why his would be an awkward situation. Tom's, that was, like, a big, like, in my head, I was like, that would be a lot of fun to hang out with Tom Holland's crew. I don't know Andrew Garfield's crew besides Gwen Stacy.
He was pretty lonely. I think he was pretty
Andrew Garfield?
lonely.
Well, that's perfect!
He needs a friend.
Yeah, he needs me.
You're even wearing red, just like Spider-Man.
Yeah!
Would you rather have the powers of Captain Marvel or the Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. 100% Scarlet Witch. I want reality-breaking mental mind powers.
No offense, but hers is so much cooler. She's just
like,
so much cooler.
Captain Marvel is so much just the punchy, which
is fine.
Great, but Wanda controlled an entire city.
Yeah.
I want to control an entire city.
So badass. Like,
so cool.
Yeah.
And powerful and amazing. And her costume change at the end,
Great.
gorgeous. Love it.
Like her costume so much better. Both costumes I like so much better.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not.
And also, like, this isn't her powers, but she dated Vision, and Vision was kind of adorable. Like, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scarlet Witch. Sorry, we just straight up dunked on Captain Marvel sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright. Would you rather vacation in Asgard or Wakanda?
I don't know. Honestly, Wakanda is so cool. But, like, Asgard's also cool, but I'm like, I don't know what I'd do there. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a medieval fantasy world versus a modern tech fantasy
Which
world.
I do like. I tend to go to the medieval fantasy worlds more. But I think, I'm gonna get her name wrong. Black Panther's sister. Shiri, I think it is Shiri. That's what I was gonna say at least. I think she'd be fun to hang out with. I'm just trying to think who would I... Like, Loki would not want to hang out with me. I would love to hang out with him, but he'd be like, you are so annoying. He'd be like, you're magic. A little Thor. Like,
imagine learning magic from him.
Yeah, it would be great, but he would hate me.
I was gonna say Wakanda because I imagine they would have really fun stuff. Like, I imagine they'd have, like, I guess not like zip lines, but ways to like completely fly over the
That's what
city.
I was like, there'd be basically attractions. Like,
yes, whereas Asgard is kind of like, do you want to like throw knives?
Which is also, I mean, when you put it that way.
I mean, yes, actually I do. Like,
I do think I'm gonna have to go, I don't know, I like Wakanda a lot, but I do think I might have more fun in Asgard.
Alright. Once again, I'm gonna be conditional. If Loki agrees to teach me magic, I'll go to Asgard. But that's not really a vacation then. That's like a study break. But
Cher's like squeaking against
Oh,
this.
yeah, it does that.
I just want them to know if they can hear that.
No, we're squeaky people.
There's a mouse in here somewhere.
Yeah,
We just don't mind.
We have
He
a
lives
rubber
here.
duck under the desk.
Yeah.
It lives there now. Keeps your old tomato company.
Aw.
Finally, would you rather travel the universe with the Eternals or the Guardians of the Galaxy? What kind of dysfunction would you like today?
For real. Oh my god, I can't even come up with an answer for that. I think I might enjoy the Eternals more.
And also that they have Harry Styles with them at the end.
That's true. There you go.
Had no bearing on
I
your
didn't.
decision.
I really didn't think of that. I was just thinking. I was thinking about the one guy that mind controls.
Druid.
I like him, but I also like him with the.
Makari.
Yes, I did not remember any of their names. But the Guardians of the
I did see
Galaxy,
it
I
twice. feel
feel like I don't know where I'd fit in there. I love Groot. I love Groot.
So
I feel like Rocky. Rocky. Rocket would easily steal everything from me because I'm kind of oblivious.
Oh, I would love to be a thief. Like if they were doing like some questionable stuff in intergalactic space, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would choose Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't want to be in between Peter and Gamora's non-marital spats. I just realized the only people I'd want to hang out with would be Rocket and Gamora.
I would want to hang
So
out with Groot.
maybe the Eternals.
And all Groot can say is I am Groot, so
Yeah.
I feel eventually I'd be like,
It'd get
I don't think
boring.
you're hearing me.
I get boring fast.
Yeah, I do think I'd have a better time with the Eternals and Harry
Yeah.
Styles. Is there any more?
Alright, I think that's it.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
No, nothing more in Mr. Box. I just,
Wow.
yeah.
Would
we
you
did
rather
it.
be in the Loki show or the Wanda show?
Well, considering everyone but Wanda was brainwashed in the Wanda show, I have to go Loki show.
Fair.
I mean, in the Loki show they were being lied to, but at least they weren't directly brainwashed.
You could be a Loki variant.
I would love to be a Loki variant if I found that
Oh,
out.
that's a good question. Which Marvel variant would you be? I would obviously be a Spider-Man. I'd be like Spider-Gwen or something.
I might legitimately be Loki. I enjoy knives and magic and sass.
Yeah. And I enjoy having a catchy theme song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Alright, if you enjoyed that chaos, subscribe for more because
And like-
it doesn't stop.
And comment
Oh, yeah.
any
Like.
other would you rathers that seem to be in our wheelhouse.
Superheroes, fantasy, sci-fi, general madness incarnate. Bye! Wasn't even bye. That didn't even sound like a bye.